Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kira the Doll, back with yet another video. So today's video, as you can see, is a recap of the Auntie podcast with Celina Powell. I previously didn't know who this girl was, but I had to do a little background research, and here we are. It was Tia on the intro today, y'all, and Tia is so funny. As a matter of fact, I think she'd be a good salesperson because the way she did that intro, she like subscribe to the Zoops network. The main point I wanted to touch on for this video is that it's funny that when men are promiscuous, Tokyo, as well as the majority of society, is all for it. But when it's a woman, that's that same stereotype. Tokyo, as well as the rest of society, mainly has no picks and wants to pick them apart. But y'all, they done called Carlista the Black Wonder Woman. But I feel like I like her outfit today. I like the colors, the holographic, that look cool. But yes, I find that double standard very outrageous. The fact that a man can do so many things that a woman cannot. The same scenario how I compare men not raising their kids versus single mothers. Single mothers get dragged through the mud versus deadbeat daddies. But that's a whole nother story. So y'all, I said it's the chain and the bouquet for me. Here's Selena. She finally makes it to the set. And just a heads up, I feel like they need more guests in their age range because I feel like they picked Selena apart. I understand. I did my little background. Okay, she's an industry. You know what? She's an industry bop. But Tokyo literally looking through this girl. So y'all, look at Tokyo. You need to cut it out. Give everybody the same energy. Don't be mad at one person and then the next person that come and say the exact same thing because you cool with them. Now it's okay. Like, nah, get them that same energy because y'all treat certain people good and then y'all drug her through the mud. It gives competition. Everything is a competition with Tokyo. I feel like she almost jealous of Selena because she's she who Tokyo always wanted to be. Because why was she so determined to pick this girl apart? This was the conversation before Selena even got on the set. So initially, Tokyo seems as though she wants to know how Selena is still broke with her track record, but that was obviously an assumption. My biggest question is how you so jealous of a thought? Energy was weird off the bat. Tia the only one that got up to hug Selena, so you already know they was finna be treating her a little weird. Now it's about the time that I start to feel a dislike for the show because they show true favoritism. Tokyo like whoever she thinks she can F, and Carlissa and Tia be iffy with who they like and who they respect more than others. And I don't like when people do that to me, so I don't like when people do that, period. Because if you do it, period, you'll do it to me. I don't like people who are choosy like that. I treat everybody the same, and I would like the same to be done to me because I have boundaries of a mountain. As soon as I feel favoritism or you treating people spectacular and then me badly, I'm out like a light, like Casper in the night. Once I learned that people do an imaginary totem pole of importance in their mind, the unspoken competition, where they see you low quality in their mind, so they decide to treat you like you know what, and then they kiss boutte of the people all around you. Just pay attention to how people treat you because I'm not sensitive at the end of the day. So if I feel like somebody being rude or disrespectful, I'm out with the quickness because I'm a queen in my book. I refuse to let anyone else make me feel less than that. So that goes for all the people who comment under my channel. For the record, come respectfully or you will be deleted with the click of a button. This is where people test your patience to see what buttons and triggers you have and see how far they can go to run over you. Tokyo already did it to Carlissa. She's a straight predator looking for conflict with the weakest link. So let's get into our guest, Selena. So this episode, they start bleeping out so many names when Selena gets into giving details about her track record. Tokyo looking through this girl's soul, which is another sign of envy. It's like she's sizing her up to see where to take the first jab. The fact that Selena guard down doesn't seem to help too much. I feel like she's too transparent for the aunties. I understand wanting better for the youth, but you got to know how to talk to people. You have to keep into consideration not everybody listens to understand and take in. Sometimes some people listen, it goes in one ear and out the other. So with certain people, being aggressive could cause that person to shut down in the alley of advice and not really listen to anything you have to say. These women are mad at this girl for lying to men when we not going to sit up here and act like men don't lie. Not every man, but we're not going to sit up here and act like she's not playing a game that's being played upon her. At the end of the day, you can't never win. Because you're going to have women like these aunties sitting on stage trying to defend these men who've been lying to her and get on her for lying back to them. You can't win being a woman. These aunties are going to sit on stage and act like they not women and we not on the same team for real when y'all sticking up for these men. Who gonna stick up for the women? It be all women be women's biggest competitors, biggest enemies, all of that. Like a woman will tear down another woman quicker than any other person would or does. So at this point, Tia is really straightforward and intrigued. She asking this girl flat out, how are you pulling these men? The funny part is men are not that hard to be attained. That's about the easiest thing you can get in the world. Sorry to my men though, we love y'all. But I'm just stating facts. I'm just stating facts. So Selena basically says that they usually come to her and they want to see what the hype is about. She has lied on several different industry people, between athletes, artists, etc. The fact that she lied on so many people, which is why I assume they bleeped out so many of the names that she was dropping in the beginning. Because if she be lying, who knows what to believe with this girl. So Tokyo asks her, how does her family feel about her, doing this? It almost felt like Tokyo was asking her questions about all of the tribulations that she came across when she took the same route. Now she's trying to get on the next person. Cause Tokyo, you got some nerve. They done sized this girl up and seen she was going for anything. Now they chewing her up like a zoo animal, y'all. Tia gonna ask her, is she getting her money and do she be able to hide out in the hills? Y'all, I lost it. Then Carlissa gonna ask her, is she a woman? She had a good comeback for Carlissa though. She said, are you a woman? Now, Carlissa, what did we learn? Then Tia gonna ask her, is she scared of the men trying to put a hit out on her for what she doing? It's funny, but at the same time, every good joke got a little bit of truth to it now, don't it? I can't laugh too much at it though because it's too much of the truth. A lot of men can't handle the stuff that women handle. That cheating and leaving and breaking up stuff. Men be down bad, y'all. Y'all ladies be safe and careful out here. Know who you laying down next to. I'm seeing too many stories of young black girls, not just black, but universally, of men, not just men, but partners unaliving each other. And it's not okay. This is not normal. These domestic violence relationships is not cute. I'm going to be one to tell you, I'm going to be one to say it because those same people that you think would never do it to you would be the first one and quickest to do it. Make sure that your discernment is there and know who you're around and who you're dealing with. So many people in these stories I've been seeing lately, it's happening every day. But so many people are laying next to every night or laying down next to the person that's going to unalive them one day. Do you think that they knew that that was going to happen when they was laying down in the bed next to them? Be careful, y'all. It's a cold world. So I talked about them getting on her and grilling her, asking her why does she lie like men don't lie. Like I said, this girl playing a dangerous game. She will be a fool telling the truth all the time because these men ain't no joke. If you don't got your own mind, like men pick up on that type of stuff a million miles away. Like they like that dictatorship. You gotta have your own mind, your own mouthpiece, or they gonna give you a whole list of what to do and how to live your life. But what I noticed for this episode is that the aunties was real excited. They continue on with the million questions a minute like usual. So this girl explains how she made 200K a month from OnlyFans. But baby, I ain't even about to be no player hater. You get it how you live, and we can give her a round of applause on that big accomplishment. But what I will say about it is the simple fact that she admits to not using condoms. And I will be an advocate for safe sex and even celibacy because in this day and age, the hookup culture is way too normalized. And I just feel like I find it really crazy how, like, for example, something I always see is with Muslims or like Americanized Muslims, people always will point out, like, ain't you Muslim? Like, every time they do something. And then I just find that so contradicting because most people believe in a God, period, or a part of a religion, whether that's Christianity, whatever religion it is. So, what makes a difference in how harsh or a difference in a sin? What makes a difference in a sin, regardless of what religion you are? Hookup culture is sinful. And with age and wisdom, I've learned why you're really supposed to wait for marriage. We see the baby mama, baby father culture. That's one prime example on why we should wait and why we shouldn't be in such a rush to lose our innocence and at the ages that we do, and as well as give our temple and share our temple with another person who may not be deserving of it. And I feel like majority of us can attest to this. We gave ourselves and lost our innocence to a person who did not deserve it. So at the end of the day, we're steered wrong a lot of places in a lot of ways. Another way that abstaining from this sinful act is justified is, so this girl saying she doesn't use condoms. Not only did she say that she doesn't use condoms, but she said she basically tries to make a baby, if you know what that means, with about 80% of the men. So that means that you're exposing yourself to all types of diseases, curable and uncurable. So we're really steered in the wrong direction in a lot of aspects. And I feel like it does take the women to stand up and stop going for certain things. Like, if you literally have those strong boundaries and all women were to literally be on the same accord and say, this is what we are and we are not accepting from men, men would have no choice but to change. But because we're stooping down to the lower nature of a man, people like Celina Powell can catch a STD and be right back to the same program. So basically, it didn't scare her enough to change her. So at this point of the interview, I'm trying to figure out if Tokyo likes her or if she doesn't like her, because she just dangling this girl like cats do with their food, just playing with her. All the aunties was flip floppy this episode. One minute they like her, the next minute they getting on her for doing what she doing. And at this point, we could pretty much assume that Tokyo plays in the same drug that a lot of these celebrities play in, because it's just like she accuses everybody of doing this. So at this point, Tokyo, is this what you be doing? Now the finger's starting to point back at you. But overall, my opinion on Selena, I feel like she does have a mental problem. I feel like it's something in her mind. A screw loose, y'all. So it was also shocking to learn that she went to a Christian school her whole life. So it's just like, what went wrong? Then, as far as the aunties, this episode I realized Tia is literally the most sane one, the one with the most sense, the one with the most common sense. Even though on the internet it seems like the opposite, like she just seems so wild, but in person she seemed like she be chilling, but she'll, if you come for her, she'll come for you. But as far as the other two aunties, Carlissa, she seemed low key messy. Then Tokyo seemed high key messy. They just a high key hot mess and a train wreck coming through. But yeah, I feel like they definitely need somebody their age to play with, because they not playing nicely. They not. They hitting, they kicking, they being very feisty with one another. They need to be separated. They need somebody their age to play with. And that's why I'm glad Jocelyn is coming. Now, as far as Tokyo, I was really rooting for you, sis. Auntie, I mean. I was really rooting for you, yo. Like, I really thought you could handle this. Basically, Tokyo done tricked me, y'all. She done fooled me. Tokyo off the chain. She tore this girl to shreds, called her every name in the book, everything she could think of, upside down, backwards, straight, diagonal, all that, y'all. And Selena just laughing. I feel like it's just probably her defense mechanism, because could you really get mad at Tokyo? Like, could you really take her seriously? You feel what I'm saying? Like, is she really gonna get mad at her? Because she made a fool of Carlissa when Carlissa got mad. I hate when people do that. Like, oh no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Nah, let's fight. And it don't help the fact that Selena wasn't really bothered. I feel like that just made Tokyo even more mad. It's like when nothing bothers you, she even more pissed. So you can't even win with somebody like this. I just feel like they just ate her alive. So then their advice to her, Carlissa said, take a little less D. So this is where I'm saying Carlissa is low key messy, because her internet personality, you don't expect her to be the one to say this crazy stuff. Like, she be seeming like she be in the house chilling, you know what I mean? And then Tia the one that be chilling in person. Carlissa be saying off the wall stuff. Like, you just, it be slick, it be out of the side of her neck. You just be like, what the hell? And then for Tia to come back right after she said that and said, don't change nothing, keep being you. She said, I applaud you. It was funny. It was funny. Then, of course, Tokyo eat her alive. But yeah, I have mixed emotions about how they did her. I feel like she's no role model really, but at the same time, I just don't like when people just don't treat other people with respect for whatever reason they have. I just don't fuck with it. I don't see no reason to be rude and mean to people just because of how you feel about them. And that's why Jocelyn gathered them right the hell up. I can't wait for this episode, y'all. Like, I can't wait for Jocelyn to chew them alive. She got up off the stage and said Carlissa breath smell like you know what. So I can't wait for this. They got the right one today. But yeah, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'll be back next week. Let me know in the comments how y'all felt about this episode. Selena, the aunties, how they was behaving. Was they behaving to y'all? But yeah, y'all. I'll see y'all back next time. Bye.